A tournament you guys might have missed is Paradise Game Battle 2025 in the Ivory Coast. I didn't actually watch this tournament live, but on my Twitter feed, I saw this clip and people saying that Bandai Namco owes Gosane money. Let's check this clip out. He's on tournament point of a grand final reset. He came from the loser side. He does Junkyard for the extension. It whiffs. He tries to while standing 4, and the John was ducking, and he gets standing 4. Okay. He's trying to recover from that, but gets counter hit launched into the wall. Wall ender into slide, and you can see Gosane's frustration. Look at this. This is one of Law's like most consistent combos. Right? High splat here. Junkyard usually works, and it completely missed. And that cost Gosane the game. That was a tournament winning combo. Now, some people have said, hey, you know, it was off axis. He should have known and adjusted. But here's a tweet from Ryuhausen, who recreated the situation in the lab, which is pretty sick. And look at this. He does the combo, and he says, this video is completely uncut. He says that it took him 11 tries to whiff that junkyard kick, right? High splat here. And it's so consistent. It's not until literally the 11th try of the combo, as he said in the tweet, where he's able to recreate that whiff. So it's a very small, specific thing, maybe slight timing issue or whatever, but it's clearly not supposed to be a common failure at the wall there. And that's not the only robbery moment. There's apparently a ton. So rather than just go through every robbery moment, I figured we'd watch the grand final reset and do analysis as we normally do. Do some commentary analysis and then check out the various situations that have frustrated people about not just King, but about Tekken 8. Because it's Season 2. A lot of bug fixes are what people probably expect by now. And in my personal opinion, maybe instead of doing big buffs and adjustments to the characters, there should have been more of a priority on fixing these hitbox consistency issues. That's my take, but let's watch this. I actually pulled up the match slightly before the reset. As we know, Gosane reset the bracket, but look at how close he was to losing. Look at this situation, right? Right? The John is about to win the entire tournament. He breaks the giant swing that would have put him at lethal. Heat smash plus frames. Blocks the hop kick, and he succeeds in a running giant swing. Gosane has to tech roll this or he dies 1 pixel. He sprints up and makes an incredible sidestep whiff punish play. Look at the cleanliness of this. So I just ragged on Season 2's direction, but with the sidestep buffs, this play was possible. Look at this. He sprints up, and as soon as he creates the point blank contact, he sidesteps to the right. This is clean Tekken. This is what we want to see more of, right? So, to Bandai Namco's credit, that is a cool change enabled by the sidestep changes. Now, if they focused in more on that, I think the community would generally be happier. So, Gosane escapes defeat just barely, taking it to reset point. I want to see how he pulls it off, and then I want to watch the grand final in its entirety, because I want to see how the set goes outside of just that one moment where he was seemingly robbed from the tournament winning combo. All right, 1-2 giant swing. He breaks it. That's a 1 break. For those who don't know, it looks identical to a 1+2 break. King is one of the few grapplers in the game with a true guessing game off of his throws. Okay, counter hit 2 throw is broken. Good stuff by the John. Actually, a generic throw, so you could have pressed 1 or 2. Muscle armor, and he plays a jab string, playing with the timing of that armor move. Plus frames with the legend kick. Gosane is going in. Sidestep around the jab, heat burst, and he finishes the 1-1-1, catching the John mashing after the first 2 jabs. Lots of momentum, probably off that run-up, sidestep down forward 2, and he's looking great to reset the bracket. If you don't know, bracket resetting is in a in a double elimination tournament format. Everybody gets 2 lives. So the loser side of the grand final has to beat the winner side twice, because they get to use their 2 lives. So when you take their first life, that's called resetting the bracket. Nice whiff punish on the whiff down forward 2 from the John. Down forward 1-2. Yeah, very standard Law combo here. He regens heat from using the nunchucks, uses it twice. He has more heat than when this combo started with the heat burst. Pushing the John to the corner, sliding. Position change is a bit ugly, but if he just kills him here, it won't matter. Nice. 2 straight rounds. Now Gosain on reset point. Even with, again, the spoiler, we know he did reset it. I want to see how he got it done. Because King is hard to aggress into. He has all these really strong power crushes. He has the muscle armor. He has the counter hit launching down forward 2, a 13 frame mid. And the power crushes are doing their job. Running giant swing. One of the things that the John does super... Wow. Hit the wall and he died. One of the things that John does super well, and a lot of King players at a very high level, is that giant swing has a half circle input. So if you just do it, King will like jiggle a bit and kind of telegraph that he's going for that throw. But the good King players will hide it behind running movements or wave dashes to kind of disguise that that's the throw that's coming. Counter hit 13 frame mid launcher is what started this combo. Mix up forced guess after the combo. One of the biggest problems people have, again, with Tekken 8 and Season 2 is these forced mix-up situations, which King gets after a combo. Beautiful sidestep around the legend kick. Sidewall's a bit awkward. Now forced guess again. He goes for the homing mid. No choice but to stand block if he wanted to survive that. Counter hit low is good. That converts. He's going to legend kick, both in rage. He has to close out without eating the rage art. Doesn't break the Shining Wizard. That's a 1+2. Again, a true mix-up. Plus frames, and he checks the John, and that is a crazy scramble. Single hit alley. Look at that again. Single hit alley kick. There could have been extensions, but Gosain recognizes that it's over and does a generic down 4. So now Gosain resets the bracket. Now, if you're really impatient and you just want to see all of the robbery moments, you can jump to the timestamp below. But if you're going to do that, at least leave a comment or something. All right. Let's check out this reset point, or this reset match now. Looks like they don't rock, paper, scissors to change sides again. Technically, it's a brand new set. So in tournament, if you want to play on the left side, a grand final reset is a time to rerun the rock, paper, scissors. But they don't do that. They go straight into it. Coliseum, which means the walls are super far away and will not come into play unless you get like 2 consecutive combos. Nice Magic 4 conversion, but he messes up. Good punish while standing 2-2. Okay, jab gets evaded by the forward neutral 2. 50 points of permanent damage off the counter hit low. Back 2-2 whiff punish is really good there. Nice hop kick, calling out the John's slower offense. He didn't have to guess if it was mid or low because he knew the John was going to be advancing. Would also beat an immediate low. So, you know, great coverage there, and Gosain converts with a kill. By the way, if you're watching this and thinking that I'm a little biased against King, I am. But King in tournament is a menace to fight against, and that was a really crazy option. Full crush down forward 1 under the second hit high. I'm a little biased, but if you watch this video all the way and see what King gets to do in this game, you might start to agree with me a little bit. Chain throw again. Gosain guessing wrong consecutively. And down forward 1 catches him out of the air trying to hop kick. The John making a nice adjustment around the forward neutral 2. And by the way, that's something I want to emphasize too. Even though we're going to be pointing out some egregious King situations and Gosain getting robbed, that doesn't take away from the John winning the tournament. That doesn't take away from it at all. You know, it's in the game. He's using it. That's all valid. But if we're hoping for better changes going into future versions of Tekken 8, this is a good place to start, if you ask me. While staying 3 pressure, goes for the knee lift throw, broken by the John. It's a 1+2 break. Yep, running Shining Wizard. Gosain guesses correctly. Now he's playing tons of forward neutral 2. Gosain gets a nice sidestep duck, recognizes that it whiffed, and gets a full launch. You can't launch that if you block it. But because it whiffed, he was able to get a bigger punish. Run that back. This was great. Forward neutral 2 over and over again. Calls him out with a sidestep duck. Whiff recognition. And because the whiff recovery is long enough, he had time to process that, switch his punish, convert with this heat burst, and kill him. That was a great moment of tournament fortitude. He's taking the lead in the set 2-1. Delayed slide. Nice float punish by the John. If you block a law slide, he's airborne. So you can't get a normal punish. You have to pick something that lifts them off the ground, little float, and you get a mini combo. One of the best things of having a slide like that is that you don't take too much punishment if you consider the gray health. 1-2 counter hit. The John doing a running giant swing. Again, hiding the initial movement of the throw, creating a true mix-up. And the throws are homing in heat. Running giant swing again.
How could you even see that? It looks like it's a
Look at how much damage he's taken off of the 2 throws. Now Gosane has a huge comeback to make. Rips the full junkyard. Counter hit low. Guarantees the launch. That was a Hail Mary, and it was successful. I can't believe that. Doesn't finish the string. Using the rest of his heat gauge. Great budgeting of his resource. Sidestep around the forward neutral 2. Again, one of the best parts of Season 2 is the fact that the sidestep is improved. People will keep calling it track and 8, and to be fair, there's a lot of dumb homing moves in the game. But if you account for the other moves, sidestep plays are viable, and we need more of that. Uh-oh. Forward neutral 2. Unbelievable. Did you catch what just happened? Forward neutral 2 is blocked. Gosane is correct on the read. He goes for a while standing 4 punish, and it's out of range. The built-in pushback made it safe, and then he gets block punished. We love that. Love that. But look at this play again. Look at this play again. Gosane understanding that King is generally weak to sidestep right, so he runs up and sidesteps to the right, dodging the forward neutral 2. Right? So, like, if it's not a homing move, like homing throws in heat, stance homing moves, things like that, allowing the players to step in neutral creates these cool plays. This is, people have a problem with Season 2. If you're new to the community, you might not know why. People have a problem with Season 2 because there's less of those kinds of sidestep plays happening now. They've made offense easier. But Season 2's template, the base engine, enables these kinds of plays, and we want to see more of that. Nice whiff punish. Breaks the throw. Back 1-2, DSS stance. Full Rekka. Full string, if you're not familiar with that term. Gets a lot of damage on the power crush, even though he still got hit anyways. Alright, the John. Understanding now that if Gosane is blocking and moving, he can play more grapples. Heat Burst outspeeds the throw. That could have been nasty because Law does have a launching throw. And 1-1-1 counter hits on the second hit. I don't know if this will kill, but he gets a longer combo. Look at this optimization. Spikes him to the ground. It's a one-hit situation. But he can't do anything too slow because of the John's Heat Smash. He sprints at him, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful. This is a true guessing situation. King is Jaguar sprinting at you. The only thing is that technically the high throw is reactable. And look at this. Gosane is not ducking until like one of the last few frames. And then he's under. Gosane played a reaction to the throw. In person, on a stream setup, lag, nerves, everything, Gosane locks in and reacts to the... Even offline, that is a tight reaction to play. Very, very well done. That was really good. Ryef is cracking up. So, Gosane taking the lead in the set. Next stage is Midnight Siege. Exploding wall. Terrifying. Gosane, despite that initial robbery of getting pushed back on the forward neutral 2, closes out the game. His jab gets evaded again, but no counter hit because he didn't keep swinging. Threatening the slide from a distance, getting the John to swing. String extensions. He's lost half HP to these small pokes. But he gets a nice low pair to equalize. Wall splat, heat burst. Full string tying up the HP. There is Gray Life as a factor, but he has the advantage. He's holding the DSS to try and get a punch parry. There it is. It's all gray health, but that almost won't matter if he can get a lethal hit. That's an elbow from the John. Shining Wizard is broken. He uses the plus frames. Legend kicking over and over. If he's plus, the John can't use his heat, so the John spends heat smash right away. Jaguar sprint, wall splatted, but it wasn't clean. Hop kick is good. There's the junkyard combo we saw at the beginning. Simple conversion at the end. Like I was saying, generally that combo is very consistent for Law. Dash blocking. Getting a whiff on the down forward 2. Gosane is so locked in. Legend kick gets stuck. One too many. The John is paying attention. Not letting you get free plus frames. Converting into a combo. Dropping the ender. Smacking him on the ground. Nice sidestep duck. A bit late. This will wall splat, and King should kill here. Full charge ender. Didn't need to do anything complicated. 78 damage. Okay, 1-1 from a distance. Gosane using his offensive movement to try and bait the John to respond. Then he can play the sidestep right. We've saw it multiple times. He can also whiff punish if he gets the backdash timing right. This is great Tekken gameplay.
looking at Gosain's face right
The
now.
John switching to smaller moves up close to try and stop Gosain's movement. 2-1 punish, running giant swing. Gosain has adapted. He understands now that if you're running at me, there's a chance that that's coming. Trading with the heat engager was crucial to prevent the John from getting huge reward out of the muscle armor.
They're so aware of the throw.
Slide, the John can still block.
Looking to pick him up and maybe get some heat in there.
Yep, this is probably the wall. Nice extension, good wall awareness. Full charge, forced guess, does the mid. Gosain stayed down. 15 seconds on the clock. Sidestep 3.
It's a tough one.
He's playing a lot of forward movement, wants to bait out the counter hit buttons. Finishes and heat dashes, burning the rest of the John's heat timer. 7 seconds. Sidestep duck is beautiful to get around that. Plus frames, you gotta guess. Nice. Very, very nice. Stayed solid till the end. King could have played another grapple. He could have played counter hit attempt, so Gosain decided to just keep blocking. Whiff punish slightly, but didn't get a full one. Counter hit launch with down forward 2-1. The John sidesteps to adjust for the wall combo. Down forward 1, catching the get up kick. Gosain is choosing every incorrect get up option, but 1-1-2 on wake up. He still can get into heat. Nice, baiting the heat burst by canceling the string extension early. They're both in heat now. The John tried to grab right after the heat burst. Shining Wizard, it was homing. You can't move around that. Crouch dash muscle buster.
The thing with that, the John is not afraid to go for those throws.
Set or game point once again.
You don't throw, like, what are you doing with your life?
Nice. He calls out only the 2 hits of the back 1-2 from Law. That is punishable. Sidestep down forward 2. That's the Tekken we're looking for. While standing 2, Gosain respects the extension but runs into the water chop after. Shining Wizard broken. Gosain creating some space again. He's succeeding when he's able to control the pace of the match with his movement. So creating space so he could do that is really good. That does not float. King was grounded by then.
Holy crap.
Nice sidewalk around the heat smash. A huge understanding of the John's timing and move selection. Blows up the... Oh, no way. Boom, boom, boom. Dead. No. Down 1. It's not over. Continues the string with delay, calling out the John. Wow. What a play again. This sidestep was clutch. The heat smash is huge and is hard to move around. But again, season 2, some of the good changes, I will keep harping on it. I gotta reiterate. Less tracking on the heat smashes, improved sidesteps. This is what Tekken players want to see. They do not want to see the inability to make defensive plays. It's the attacker's responsibility to delay their button and track the sidestep. It's a mind game between both players. It's very exciting. It's what we want. The next rematch rolls the same stage, even with the random select. The John choosing to play more patiently instead of whiffing into Gosain's movement. And he gets rewarded here for blocking the slide. Nice, extending the string with the mid extension, catching Gosain ducking. Wow, duck while standing for a float. That was good. Clothesline, nice conversion, throw extension. That was some good King awareness, and he gets so rewarded. That was a good play. That was a good play. Wow. Wow. Giant swing extension in that situation. A true guess when he grabs your legs like that. Finishes the string anyways. The John is known for being really unpredictable with his down forward 2-1s. He never does it unless it's a moment where it'll hit or just get blocked. I don't know how he does it. He's just not desperate to find the down forward 2-1. Oh, but he doesn't get the confirm there either. Instead, finds a giant swing, will make up a ton of the damage he didn't get from that extension just right here. It's all permanent. Junkyard as an answer to the muscle armor. The low counter hits him and launches. 79 damage, but his back is to the exploding wall. Sidestep down forward 2 whiff punish. Understands that the combo's about to drop, so he cancels. No high splat, but he kills at the down 1. Gosain is on something today. He just needs 2 more rounds to win this entire tournament. Running giant swing. Gosain is ready. Up forward 3, mixing up the slide. Slides again. The John insists on ducking. Nice conversion. The exploding wall is still live. Okay, he's playing the DSS parry when Law does that little jiggle. Auto parry when in heat. He's trying to bait the John into replying with a button. The John is staying patient, finding opportunities elsewhere. That gives Gosain more windows to play offense in an unpredictable way. Wall throw. 1+2. It's not going to kill, but it does a ton of damage. One more low will kill him. Down 3+4 on counter hit. King's Okazemi off his throws is a shadow of what it used to be, but is still quite effective.
He's been in worse situations.
Muscle Buster again.
He's seen worse, and he's come back from it.
Shoulder charge. Gosane playing conservatively. Nice throw break from the John. That knee lift is a 1+2. Okay. Down forward twos. Fishing for the counter hit. Gosane threatens a slide and then goes for Dragon Hammer, but again, the John isn't really mashing. He's playing real patiently. Power Crush. Nice punish. Gosane trying to play with different timings, different string extensions, trying to stay unpredictable, but ultimately he has to get through the John's defensive wall, so he's running more of the DSS lows. Look, the John isn't biting on anything. And Gosane is trying to get a response, so he's taking plus frames, slide mix-ups, but he can't get the John to do anything. Running throw, he breaks it. He understands now that the John is looking to rob him. Down forward two. Down forward two again from Law. Back turn Junkyard. Down to the last interaction. Gosane choosing not to get desperate to close anything out. Keeping it as solid as possible. Letting the John make a mistake first. Down to the last second. I would have felt forced to make a decision.
A big combo, and now tournament point for Gosane.
You know, the John probably thought he had
Okay, while standing 4 gets counter hit. The John,
this time.
now that he's sat there letting Gosane run his offense, he's a bit more precise. He's finding more offensive timings. Muscle Buster. And this is looking ugly. Gosane would love to finish it here, but he has to deal with the grapple onslaught. Look how many grapples the John went for. One too many. Good call out with the duck. The Junkyard combo again. High splat with the nunchuck. Regenning heat. Tons of damage. Sidestep 3. Flips him over. Slide. Non-stop offense right here. While standing 4. Holds the parry.
Tiger time. Can we
Heat smash. The John does not duck. He's not in heat. And he ducks the throw and gets a launch.
What can he convert to?
A read from the heavens. This is looking really ugly. Jaguar sprint. Heat smash. Jaguar sprint. The slide. Guessing for his life. Gosane dies to the low.
Not that Gosane is preemptively ducking, right? We've established John.
Unbelievable. Now, we're on the arena stage. You saw the clip in the beginning. Let's see what happens here. 4 exploding walls.
I want to see
Okay, the John taking the lead in the set this time with the aggression. Down forward 2s, down forward 1s, forward neutral 2s.
Haven't got an answer anymore to this style of play.
CD1 not getting the wall carry he wanted, but getting a giant swing instead. In 16 seconds, a few pokes and a throw. Gosane is in rage. Nice counter hit down forward 2 timing.
Gosane's really nice.
Boom. All right, he's going to get the next wall with the strong aerial tailspin. Does he spend it? Yep, he blasts the wall. Spike to the ground to get a good wake-up situation.
he's really tossing in those stance.
Playing again from a distance where he's been strong, but he messes up his timing. The John outplaying him there with the heat smash.
64 damage. A lot. Heat smash.
Down 4-2 again. The John again taking the lead, choosing to run the interactions
If you can believe it.
and pressure Gosane with actual hitboxes. The grapple gets ducked, but no launch. Power crush. Nice reaction again, but no launch.
That's crazy.
Up 4-3 hits the armor. The John gets the heat engage and a heal. Giant swing is broken. The throws are now homing. Up forward 3. Heat for heat. Gosane in the driver's seat. Power crush. The John says no.
And it's a side switch too. Extra
Get up 4.
Do not whiff.
1-2 Rekka into Dragon Cannon from DSS.
smash is coming immediately. He's
The strings.
Look at the
He's threatening so many slides. The John can't find a window to hit him. But the heat smash is good. Once again, 1 pixel. Sliding under before the power crush can go off.
because he wanted to block the
Somehow, he found a way to steal that round back. Counter hit jab was well placed there, so the John is running forward neutral 2.
Defense here.
While standing 4, no longer gets the same counter hit conversions he got in Season 1, Law that is.
these quick pulls.
Look at these down forward 2s, man. Run up low parry.
Stopping
I have no idea if that was a slide stance, but we'll take it if we're Gosane. 61. Back 1-2, no counter hit, so he just goes into DSS. There's the auto punch parry again. His offense is completely in control. Spring kick.
Spring kick.
Hold on. The John has a lot of healing he can do. Uh-oh. Jaguar step mid.
was in heat, so he went for the 2 ground.
Heat smash on the ground. Last guess.
Alley kick was not enough.
God, this is so
The alley kick didn't kill. Gosane has plus frames. He tried to string him up. He's airborne. It's not over. Oh, my goodness, man.
Yo, is the John
Look at this situation. Stringed but he's airborne even though he ducked the string, and then he spring kicks. The John digging into the red rank scrolls. Gosane was not ready for that, and who would be? That was well played. Dominating the scramble. Forward 2 is blocked. Okay, Gosane again playing from distance. Nice duck, no launch on the throw. He didn't have time. His reaction was a bit late. Running giant swing from, or running shining wizard from full screen. One too many throws. He understands that the John is trying to rob him in certain situations with the grapples, and he hard calls it out. Look at this again. The junkyard combo dead. Tournament point again for Gosane. 1-2 string counter hitting him. He knows the John is playing slower pokes. If I use my jab strings, I'll snipe him. Floats the slide. Lots of gray health. For Gosane, nice duck again. The throws cannot connect. Gosane is outspeeding the mids and ducking the throws. But the John is now in heat. Counter hit while standing 4. 2 throws broken. 1-2 down 4-2. Hop kick from minus. He mashes at minus, and here's the moment. Whiffed junkyard. It's not over. While standing 4. While standing 4 again, but he gets a standing 4. The John. Counter hit down forward 2. An absolute disaster. Jaguar sprint into slide. Gosane. The combo he has been using the entire set. It's hit like 6 times since we've started watching the video. Finally drops in that last moment. The crowd cannot understand what has happened there. Ryef is still giggling to himself in his seat. And out of nowhere, we finally have the final game. Double Dragon gets blocked and punished. I don't know how this game goes at all. I knew that there was that missed reset, but I don't know, or that missed combo, but I don't know how the rest of the set goes. Gosane is stepping right to counter the John's attacks, but he's putting himself in the corner. That's a risk. You might make the correct sidestep against your opponent's kit, but if you give up your positional advantage, it might not be worth it. Counter hit down forward 2 may make it worth it, though. The combo works this time. Stop! Spring kick is good again. Back 1-2. Nice duck under the throw. Gosane is just inside the John's mind on these throws. Sidestep right, hop kick. Great play from the John. He's been keeping that one in the tank. Gosane does have the round lead, but this round is not going his way. Staying composed while standing 2. Canceling the string. Gosane ducked. He could have died. The mid would have wall splatted him, no? Crouch dash, muscle buster, 1 hit of floor break, 1 pixel alley kick. So he has to deal with the string mix-ups, and he does not rip the 3rd hit of back 1-2-2, and the John just goes for a string punish. Here we go again. Crouch dash, muscle buster. Mixing it up with the giant swing and the shining wizard, but this version throw breaks, or floor breaks. There it is again. Homing muscle buster out of crouch dash. He's not breaking the throws because it's like a real mix. Like the giant swing and the shining wizard look like 1+2 breaks. They're only very slightly different, but in heat and out of a crouch dash, it's almost impossible to see. Sidestep left gets clipped. Gosane getting mauled, and now the John is on tournament point. Sidestep duck while standing 1-2 was mad clean. Okay, nice. Blocks the mid mix up. So the John is poking again. Counter hit, no confirm, but a counter hit low that launches. 2 tailspins. Uses the 3rd one to regen some heat. The low whiffs. Slide from far away. Counter hit shove. We have not seen a lot of that move. Running giant swing out of the heat engage. A homing high frame trap. Oh, he whiffed. Tiny whiff punish. Gosane, make something happen with the last of your heat. No, now he has to deal with the John. If he can't burn the rest of the heat, beautiful block on the slide. Is that the end? Heat dash, tailspin rage art, jab rage art. Does it kill? Heat dash scaling is nasty. End of the combo scaling is nasty. There's a chance he survived with 1 pixel. He does! It was like 3 pixels. Alley kick kills. Everything kills. Gosane has to dig deep, and he dies to the down jab. The John staying clutch despite many potential losses in that set. The John never stopped playing to the end. And Gosane, visibly upset, understandably, given how the tournament was literally in his hands before this combo dropped. Can you believe this? Can you imagine? You're in the Ivory Coast. You flew down from the UK. Right, you've gone and traveled. You fought your way through the loser's bracket. You ducked the throw. This guy tried to rob me. I ducked the throw. Right here. He is so dead, surely. Wait, not here. This is not the combo. It's the next one. I just landed this nasty combo after ducking his throw. It's now tournament point. I can win this. I've flown so far. I'm outplaying his pokes. He blocks my slide. No big deal. He gets a little combo. I don't know if this is what Gosane was thinking. This is my imagination of what I would think in this situation. Look at that. I ducked the throw again. You can't keep throwing me, man. Okay, Jaguar step. That's fine. He's in heat. Now what? While standing for counter hit. Okay, he breaks the throw. Look at this. Look at this. Hop kick at minus. I'm in his head. This is the winning combo. There's no way this combo drops. I can't imagine being in that situation, bro. And then this. He also had him here. He did slide while standing 4, but gets neutral 4. Did he crouch cancel it? I don't know what happened. That was also a killing hit. That was the only time he's made that mistake that I saw. That was the only time I've seen that mistake. And then the slide. He had to guess. It's not just that the combo ends. It's that you're in a forced guess after. A homing mid. A ground hitting low. If you've ever flown to a tournament and fought a king, you know this pain. And that's why I have a slight king bias. Because this has happened to me before he had the Jaguar sprints. Okay. So you maybe jumped here by the timestamp and missed an incredible match. We obviously covered these tweets about Ryuhausen recreating this combo. And it took 11 times for this combo to fail. There's other things about King that are quite frustrating. Again, if you skipped here, you will have missed this moment where Gosane correctly blocks this low, and the while standing 4 misses, and he gets whiff punished. As if this low didn't do enough, it pushes back on block at tip range and denies the punish. As if this low didn't do enough, it can evade mids. This is the pre-reset. So we missed this in the video coverage, but Gosane's down jab gets evaded, right? Now, some people on Twitter are saying it's a slow-mo bug, and slow-mo does introduce bugs in the game with hitboxes. This is not one of those cases. Twitter user Tetuzon does some great lab work here, recreating the situation where Law hits the rage art. Good stuff. I really appreciate people who take the time to lab these things, by the way. This is really cool, right? Then he down jabs and it whiffs, right? You see that? It happens fast because there's no slow-mo. Get up kick creates an off-axis situation. Down jab, it whiffs against the forward 4 neutral 2. So great stuff. But even if you account for the down jab having a small hitbox, I think something has to be done about this move, man. Look at this tweet from Wildo, Scottish Tekken player, where he goes under Jin's forward 4. Can you believe that? Like, the move already does 50 damage on counter hit with permanent life damage, right? It's only minus 13 on block. It creates a pushback situation on block. Like, if you're going to outplay this move, surely they should make it more consistent, right? Anyways, if you skipped here again, you missed out on a great match. I encourage you to go back and watch it. But if you only just want to see things to complain about, I guess you got your fill. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Leave a like and comment if you did. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.